hi, welcome back to Adventures of Music with me, Jim, where we listen to, talk about and do all sorts of things music-y. It's that time. That time is back for us to continue to complete the voyage of discovery that is my record collection. So we have done all the letters up to W. So now we start W, X. I don't think there's any X's. Y, Z. We all know what's in Y. There's a lot of it. Anyway, we're going to start off with W's. And remember, after this is completed, I can get to resort my record collection so I have it by surname. But until this is done, I'm still filing by first name. So the first record we have is this. This is Warren Zevon. This I bought a few years ago in order that I could listen to Desperados Under the Eaves, which was a request for somebody on the channel, and I can't remember who, but I do remember listening to this. This is it's not my favourite record in the world, but it's okay. It's there. Right, next up we have the Weather Report. I've got I Sing, The Body Electric. We have Procession. And we have Domino Theory. Looks like that. So these are records I do not know at all. I have got them in preparation for listening to on the channel. They are something that some people have spoken about at times, and I've never yet got round to listening to any of their music. So those are some secondhand records that I've got in order to do that. Next up, this is Weather Systems. This is the record that was brought out following the dissolution of Anathema. This is Danny Carey, someone else altogether. Danny Kavanagh's, it's not really a solo record, but it's his name sort of kind of is on it. He's written all the tracks, he's written all the music. We've listened to this in its entirety on the channel. It's a really lovely record. It's very much sounds like a continuation of Anathema, but without the name. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. After that, we have this. This is Wheel. Resident Human. Man alive, this is a great band. This is a discovery completely as a result of the channel. They have got a new album. It's not new anymore. It was a new last year. This is not it. This is a previous album to that. But they are very... They're sort of prog metal along the following the template that has been set out by Tool. I wouldn't say they sound exactly like Tool, but there's a lot of influence from Tool in it. And if you like Tool, I'm sure you're going to like this. It's really, really good. It's a great album, but it's the only one of theirs that I have. Next, I have a selection of 3 albums by Whitesnake. Come and get it. Come and get it. And Whitesnake, I've had this. This is one of my oldest records. I've had this since about 1986, 85, something like that. Whitesnake live in the heart of the city. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant record. Love Whitesnake. Absolutely love them. I guess I'm preaching to the converted already, but I just love. There's a lot of bands that all came from the same family. You can trace their family tree. So start with Deep Purple, and then you get Gillan, you get Rainbow, and you get Whitesnake. And I love all of them, and they all have some of the same chemistry, some of the same DNA, but they all do things slightly differently. Whitesnake grooves. They're a really, really groovy band. I absolutely love them. Next up, we have a selection of records by The Who. Of course we do. Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy. Great title. Great title for an album. Oh, man, this is The Who are a fantastic band. Absolutely fantastic. It's the greatest hits things that are called direct hits. Another one, The Who Collection. And then I have one here called A Quick One. I've also got a fair bit of The Who on CD. So where you don't see records, I'll have them on CD. So I've got quite a lot of them on CD. Never replaced everything on vinyl, but there you go. But I do like The Who. I really need to listen to this. This is one of the records I got that I was hoping to listen to on the channel last year. Whom Gods Destroy. I've listened to a single, I think, on the channel. I'm certain I have. And I fully intended to listen to the album. I just haven't had a chance to listen to it. So I've got it here. It's still completely unopened. It's wrapped in its shrink wrap. Man. Very, very, very good sort of prog metal. I think it's Bumblefoot. It's his band, isn't it? Does it tell you on here who's in it? No. Just says mixed and mastered by Bumblefoot. But no, it's fabulous. It's on Inside Out. Next, we have... This was a wonderful discovery. This band is called Wilderun. So I initially got this album, which is called Veil of Imagination, which is fabulous. What I really, really, really liked about it is that they seem to pick up the gauntlet from Opeth. So when Opeth became less of the ferocious band that they were and went more down the prog rock route, Wilderun seemed to have said, okay, we'll pick that up, and they ran with it. So if you like earlier Opeth, and again sort of the more recent stuff, what they've gone back to again on the last album, you'll like this. Veil of Imagination. So that's I don't know if that's their first album, but it's the first album of theirs that I have and I know, and I like it very much indeed. But they released one, I don't think this is last year, it might have been a year before. This is called Epigon. It's the follow-up, and again, absolutely brilliant. I don't think we've actually listened to... I certainly not listened to an album of theirs on the channel. On the from that first album, I think we've listened to something called Tyranny. I think it was called The Tyranny of Imagination. That was the track we listened to, and that was what turned me onto this band. And I think it may even been a request. I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but yeah, it's a great album, great band, and I've got two of their albums. This is completely different. Band on the Run, Wings. Band on the Run. Again, a bit of a classic, really. I suppose a record collection would be complete without it, but not mine. I like this very much indeed. It reminds me of my parents a bit, and also of friends' parents. There's a lot of music they used to play this. Yeah. Oh, Paul McCartney. Was that song on there? Live and Let Die? No, it's not. So Live and Let Die, though. I don't know if that was released just as a song for the James Bond film, but it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant album. Brilliant band. Not surprising, really, is it? Right, now, we do have a few here. by a band that you may well know. I know very well indeed. Is Wishbone Ash. That's the first album of theirs I knew. I knew this a long time ago. It's called Argus. It's probably their most famous one. But they had several others as well. Of course, they had a long career. There's this one, which is, I think, just called Wishbone Ash. Pilgrimage. And then this one's just called Wishbone Ash 4. So I don't really know how to categorise Wishbone Ash other than saying they are a fabulous, fabulous rock band. Hard rock, proggy elements, metal elements, but just a real... I mean, at the time they wouldn't have been called classic rock. I think now we refer back to a lot of the music from this era as being classic rock. I don't know what it was classed as at the time, but it's just a good rock band. Twin guitars, amazing bass playing on some of the tracks on there, and beautiful recording, fabulous songwriting, and a great band. I absolutely love Wishbone Ash. I have played them on the channel. I have not played them enough. Perhaps we should play some more Wishbone Ash, but it's I've seen them not in the heyday. I've seen them live more recently, and it's a very different proposition nowadays, I think, than it was like sort of 40 years ago, obviously. But there's very few original members of the band left, but still worth seeing. Now, I have a trinity here. The band is Wobbler. This is Norwegian prog, modern Norwegian prog at its finest. We have Afterglow, we have Rights at Dawn, and we have Hinterland. Now, I can't remember if I've played this on the channel. I think I was going to, and I didn't quite get round to it, or I did it but only did one half, or I haven't done it at all, or I've done it and I can't remember. But it's a band that was highly recommended to me some years ago by a lot of people in the comments, and I took up that recommendation and bought their music and listened to it, and it is bloody brilliant. Now, for some reason, I don't think we've listened to it on the channel, but I think we probably should. It's Wobbler. It's Norwegian progressive rock, and it is absolutely phenomenally good. Really, really good. I don't think I've listened to this, or certainly not for a long time. Woody Guthrie, Bed on the Floor. This was my uncle's. He bequeathed it to me many, many years ago, along with a lot of other records. It's kind of not really my favourite sort of music. It's acoustic American folk music, which kind of doesn't really float my boat. So I ought to listen to it, but I just haven't done. So hands in the air, I can't tell you anything about it. It's a bit of a classic. Goodbye Jumbo. World Party. Look at the price of that. It's still on there. £6.49 for an album. Wow. Happy days. They were a really, really good band. Not prog at all. Not... It's rocky, but it's just different. So it is just... what was this? Late 80s? Have we got a date on here? Oh, actually, no. Right on the cusp. It's 1990. It's Guy Chambers. I'd forgotten that. So he was the songwriter for Robbie Williams now, or was for a long time. So a lot of his stuff on there. We've got some backing vocals on here by Sinead O'Connor. It's just all round brilliant. Really, really good. I think I might want to listen to that again. I haven't listened to that for a really long time. I think it might be one that I'd, just as a, one of the wild card albums that we occasionally listen to. I think that might be a good one. Right. I now have. Oh, it's just the one. This is Yello. What's this album called? Stella. It is Stella, yeah. Yello are another band that I really, really like. I think they were probably a very, very successful band. There's a lot of people know their music, know of them, have been used extensively in film and TV across the years. Very electronic, very polished, very unusual music. It's not following a pop path by any means. Very I was trying to think of the right. Very quirky. Oh, we'll just stay with quirky. Oh, Yello. Right. Now, I have a mighty, mighty section here. Oh, my Lord. It goes on and on and on. Because I'm going to have to do this in chunks. Oh, the band is Yes. This is awful. After I got into Yes in the few years ago, I started trying to find everything by them. And this kept coming up. This album kept coming up in my I don't know where I saw it, in the eBay, maybe eBay feeds, or Amazon, or anywhere I was searching for Yes. This came up as a record that had been released, and it was documenting their early days. And as it says on the back here, the story of how Yes came into being in the late 1960s is a matter of legend. The band's formative period, nevertheless, remains a remarkable tale, not least because, unlike many other groups, they would go on to survive for decades to come. Much of Yes's very early work was both excellent and compelling, offering something different and more thoughtful than the music of many of their contemporaries. We can relish and admire the very early work of this serious, earnest group of musicians, as we have never heard them before. The performances presented here from Night Ride, Popeye, and live from Switzerland's Chiquito Club showcase the band at their early best. In superb fidelity. It's not in superb fidelity, that's the problem. With background notes and imagery. I say with background noise and imagination. It's not my favourite thing. It doesn't doesn't play very well. I'm not a big fan. Perhaps I ought to revisit it, but it didn't do it for me at all. It's a kind of, I was used to them sounding epic and good, and it just didn't. So I'm going to whistle through these because we pretty much all know what we've got here. Listen to all of these. Some of them so good I've got them twice. Different versions. I think maybe once one I got was didn't play very well, so I bought it again. And that'll be the same a few times. Now this is called. Oh, it is Fragile. Of course it is. Now this is the one. This is like an early compilation of theirs. So it's called Yesterdays, which includes tracks from the first few albums, but it's also got America on it, which I don't think you can get elsewhere. Maybe it's a single, but that's called Yesterdays. Right, next chunk. Oh, Bosh. 2 copies. One because ones. The original one I had is a smooth sleeve, but I had some comments that people told me that there's a sleeve which has got a textured surface, which this one has got, and it's a different pressing, and it sounds a lot better. I'm not 100% sure it does. I mean, they both sound cracking. I think actually my one I had originally was a good pressing, so I'm not quite sure why I bowed to the pressure and got another pressing. But it's they both sound good. But I suppose it's nice to have the one with the textured surface. I've also got 2 copies of this. I don't know why, Jim? Why? Oh, once is enough, for goodness sake. That's not fair. There are some great moments on this album. Just you have to go to the beginning and the end to find them. The bits in the middle, not for me, not so good. So great piece of artwork, cover work on here. It's a great. To be fair, it is a great album. It's just there's a lot of it, a lot to take in, a lot to listen to. I think some of it is just a little bit over the top. But sides 1 and 4 for me is where the money is at, and I can listen to them all day long. Sides 2 and 3, I've really got to be in the right mood for. Yes, songs. Yay. Yes, songs. A very, very good set list. The fidelity, not as good as it could be, but an enjoyable listen nonetheless. Right, let's get the next big wodge. Bosh. Relayer. We listened to all of these so far, haven't we? Okay, we've got Yes songs again for some reason. Oh, a personal favourite. I adore this record, especially Awaken. We've listened to this. Tomato. Which way round does it go? That way. Not. I don't think it was that bad as everybody else was making out. This one, Drama, I really like. I love that record. I think it's an excellent album. Yeah, sure, it's not got John Anderson on it, but it sounds pretty flippin' amazing. Pretty flippin' amazing to me. Really like it. There's some great songs on there. And again, I got this one twice. This is Yes Shows. I don't think we've listened to this one on the channel, but I don't think it's an obligatory listen on the channel. We've listened to studio albums and a few other bits and pieces in between, but no. Right. Oh, flipping heck. We're getting there. Oh. The album that changed everything. Big generator. Right, and then we get into. I've sort of lost track of what I've got now, where they fit in the scheme of things. So I've got Union, but I don't think that's the next album. There was Talk, wasn't it, which I had on CD. Magnification. The Ladder. Then we've got Yes Symphonic Live. I think that might be worth it. Oh, they're all worth a listen. That's why I'm saying they're not. But there's a lot of stuff we've not listened to now. And then, this is a beast. This is heavy. Songs from Songus. Yes, 35th anniversary concert. That, I think, could be a goodie to do. Yeah, so there we go. That is the Yes collection. We have 3 records left. Now, as I imagined, we have no X's, so we went straight on to Y. So we now finish up with Z. Zio, or Zio. Flaturania. I can't remember what put me onto this. I really can't remember, but it's really, really, really good. So the guy who's the drummer on here, and the main guy behind it all, Jimmy Palagrossi, he plays with another band. Who does he play with? I might have to just a quick look up. He's a drummer of another band, but this is like his solo stuff. Sorry, I should have done this before. Jimmy Jimmy Palagrossi. Oh, it's Karnataka. Karnataka. However you say it. Karnataka is where I think I know him from. Then this album, which is called Zio, was released in 2017. So I don't know where I came across it, but it was very, very cool. And I think we've listened to at least some of it on the channel. Not all of it, but we've listened to... I won't check again. Worth investigating, though. It's really, really cool. Very, very interesting. It's a concept album. It's just wicked. Wicked. ZZ Top. ZZ Top. Eliminator. That's the only vinyl record of theirs that I own. I do have some ZZ Top on CD, so don't sort of shout at me too much. They were a phenomenal band. Really, really. Back in the 70s. And even this one in the 80s. I know it was everywhere. It was a hugely successful record. I think MTV did for them what radio did for everybody else. I mean, I don't think of any... I can't think of any band. Dire Straits, ZZ Top are the 2 bands for me that benefited more from MTV than anybody else. Maybe Queen a bit as well, but there was a slew of bands when MTV first came along that had these incredible, really eye-catching, glossy, big production value videos that felt like little mini films, and yeah, they they benefited, didn't they? Right, we have 1 album left, and I don't care what you say. You're going to laugh at me. I don't care. This is Zodiac Mind Warp and the Love Reaction. This, in many ways, is awful, but in many other ways, it's cheesy brilliance. I don't know when it was, early 1980s. They released, to my knowledge, their only album. Mid 1987. Okay, that's even worse. That means I was 16. I should have known better. But it was wicked. I absolutely loved it. Prime mover. I don't even know how to describe it. It's metal, but it's like a sort of a very very, not corporate metal, but a very focused commercialized, shiny metal, just enough danger in there to sort of make your parents not enjoy it. A little bit like Twisted Sister, sort of thing. But I lapped it up and I loved it. And for one summer, I played that a lot. So this is the album. Zodiac Mind Warp and the Love Reaction. The album's called Tattooed Beat Messiah. Who were they? What did they do? Where did they go to? Nobody knows. Just a load of old bollocks, really. But Rod Smallwood was their manager. Oh dear Lord, look at that. So he's the Maiden manager. Good for him. I didn't know that. Produced by David Balfe and William Drummond. And I wonder if that's Bill Drummond. So Bill Drummond. Oh my Lord. So Bill Drummond went on to do KLF. I wonder if that's the same guys then. That could be why it's got that same sort of mythical, crazy feel to it. That's funny. Oh man, is that true? Can that be true? Oh man, let's just look. Zodiac Mind Warp and the Love Reaction. Here we go. So Zodiac and the Mind Warp was the namesake of a series of underground comics written and illustrated by Spain Rodriguez. Zodiac soon left Metal Fury and formed the Love Reaction in 1985 with Jimmy Corti, who later formed the Orb, the Justified Ancients of Mumu, and the KLF. On guitar, Kid Chaos. On bass, Boom Boom Kaboomski on drums. That's brilliant. Oh, I had no idea. So there, yeah, that's a direct link to the Orb and the KLF. That's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So there we go. Oh, I'm glad we've done that. Even if that's the only thing I found out today. There we go. So that is my record collection complete. There are a few more handful of albums down there that are compilations, which I probably won't go through. There's nothing very special in there, but it's just a few, as I say, compilation albums put out by labels with different bands they represent or from a genre. And that's that. So now I can go back through my collection and sort it properly, so it is alphabeticized by last name and by band name. And next up, we'll start going through the CDs. So look forward to that. I'll give you a while though. I'll give you a break for a month or two, and then we'll start going through the CDs in the same manner. And by that stage, I'll probably have to go through all the albums again because I'll have added enough. To be honest, I've added more since I started doing this. So my original A to Z is going to be completely out of date now. But there we go. Anything in that lot that you want to listen to, that you want me to play, give me a shout. Put your names, well, just suggest it in the comments below. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. I hope you've enjoyed that. I will see you on the next video, whenever and whatever that is. Until then, this is Jim. Over and out.